So hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today my friends, we are gonna talk about 10 things that every POE player should know, and let's go for the video. Let's go.
If you ready, let's go.
So first point, my friends, is about how to not get scammed. I'm talking about, for example, if you're running some maps and you find like a hideout, okay, and you wanna like sell that, you know, so that you, for example, say, okay, for 10 chaos you can come up to my map, use one portal and unlock the hideout for you, okay, to avoid that people just come in, okay, and just use your portal, don't pay you, and go straight for the hideout, and then they leave. There is this very simple trick to use, and I'm gonna show you that. You go to your hideout, you click on decorations, and there you have those points here, allow party members to visit your hideout. You do that, okay, then you go out, and then like you go to a town, and there you make your offer. For example, you make your shout out like, oh, I'm selling a hideout, or I'm even selling a spot for a Parantis map, you know, for 1x each. They pay you first, then but only then you allow them to come to your hideout, and so you don't get scammed. So the second thing that I want to tell you that is very important, and not many people know it, or not every player knows, is actually when you go down to your taskbar or your spells, you click left on it, and you have here always attack without moving. Toggle it on, okay? Enable that, because you know, you have to put it like that it's shiny. Why? I'm gonna tell you. For example, let's take the ability Leap Slam. If you have this like not toggled on, okay, you want to get out of a very dangerous situation, and you are like panicking a bit, and you activate your Leap Slam, and if you are out of range of your Leap Slam, he's gonna move a bit, and then he's gonna do the Leap Slam. But those 2 meters that you, or those 2 steps that you make, will maybe kill you. And with that enabled, your Leap Slam is gonna activate himself instantly, without moving. That means even though you have your mouse a bit too far or a bit too close, he's gonna do the Leap Slam or whatever, any skill. So there's no point, I would say there's no point on not having this on. So the third point, we are gonna talk about what are the best strong boxes on this game, okay? I mean, I'm always like carrying with myself Orb of Scoring and Orb of Alchemy. Why? It's because if I find an Arcanist, okay, an Arcanist strongbox, or a Diviner, okay, if it's not a rare, I score them, and then I put an Orb of Alchemy, okay? Those are the 2 strong boxes. You can even upgrade them, like the quality and so on. I don't do it myself. I know many people, they do it, but at least take some scorings with you, and or some Orb of Alchemy, to get them always like to rare, because they are very good. So keep in mind, Diviner and Arcanist strongboxes are the best strongboxes in the game. So let's go for the next point. So on this fourth point, we are going to talk about the most important thing in game, like the most important thing that you have to aim for, or that you are gonna like say that's the most important value that you will like cap. Okay, whatever build you're doing, whatever you are like doing, any build, the most important is to cap your resistances. Okay, here you have to make sure that you are always at 75%. Okay, the fire, the cold, and the lightning resistance always capped, and that's the most important to do. I'm keeping always saying the same stuff, but believe me, that's the most important, and it's gonna spare you a lot of deaths. So let's go for the next point. So my friends, this point is like a bit like our second point. It's also about here our taskbar here down here, but it's about the left click. The left click, there are many people, they are still using default attack on it or auto attack on it. Put it to move only, okay? Because sometimes you wanna like just pick something up or whatever and you're attacking. There are many people still, I'm wondering, there are many people using that. So don't be one of them. So on this sixth point, we are gonna talk about the Headhunter belt. The Headhunter belt, like the dream of every Path of Exile player. I mean, everybody is aiming for this item. It's like the item, you know, the item that everybody knows of and everybody wants. Okay, so there are still people like trying to craft them. If you don't know, you can craft it out of some leather belts by chancing them. Okay, you can also like chance shaped bases of leather belts and so on, and you can also find some. Okay, that's also possible, but there's something very important to know about it. If you run or you want to craft the Headhunter, you have to do it on a Nemesis map. So you put the map in your device and then you have to pay 2 chaos for the Nemesis mod because it's a Nemesis item. Okay, there are people, they are trying to craft it on their hideout, but it's not gonna work. Even though you do it 1 million times, you have to take your stuff to a Nemesis mod map and then you do it. And it also doesn't, it's not sufficient if it's only like the mod, if you get the random mod that says that the rare, I think it's the rare monsters, they have Nemesis mod. No, you have to do it here, and only there it works to get the Headhunter, so good luck for that. So my friends, now we are gonna talk about the vendor recipes. I mean, here are the 7 recipes that I use very frequently. So I'm gonna just go very fast over them. A full set of Elder or Shaper items. Actually a full set, what is a full set? It's the gloves, it's the 2 rings, the amulet, the hat, everything. Like everything you can just wear. Unidentified, it gives you 4 exalted shards, okay? Or if they are identified, you get 2. So you go to the vendor, you sell him all at once, you get 1 of those. Okay, a full set of rare items, very important. The eye level has to be over 60. Okay, it's 1 chaos orb. If they are all unidentified, you get 2 chaos orbs. Okay, then 6 socketed items, you get 7 jewels orb. 6 linked items, you get 1 divine orb. Then quality gems, those are the superiors, you know, the ones that you see like with the little percentage under the title of every gem. If you vendor 40%, that means the summary of the sum up of all those quality is over 40 or equal 40, you get 1 gem cutter. Okay, then if you vendor a level 20 gem plus 1 gem cutter, you get that same gem on level 1 but with 20 quality. Okay, and then the last is if you vendor a 3 linked item, it can even be like a 4 linked or 5 linked, whatever, but if there is 1 red, at least 1 blue, and at least 1 green, you get a chromatic orb. So my friends, those are the recipes that I use, so get them. So the 8th point is about never ever pick up Scroll of Wisdoms. You just do it at the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of a league, okay, and then you will never ever do it. Why? It's because, and I don't know if there are many people they know, Orb of Transmutations, if you vendor 1, you get 4. So you find like Orb of Transmutations like so many all the time, you find them, and you have a fourth or 25% of less, like, let's say, time consuming or time like loss of picking those up than the Scroll of Wisdoms. So never forget, never ever pick them up, and just vendor your Orb of Transmutation. So let's go to the next point. So my friends, on this point, I'm gonna talk about how to save some portals or never use some at the very start or every league. For me, it's very important to know that. It's a nice tip or trick to know so that you can like really save those portals, at least not picking them up, you know. So we are like here on somewhere in the map. What you're gonna do if you are like ready to go back to your town, you have picked everything up, okay, you just exit to character selection, you log in again, and you are in your town. So that's one trick how to like really save some portals if you're short on them. So my friends, now we arrive to our last point. It is actually by coloring the gems or the sockets on your items. So it's very important to know, you know, that when you're like putting some chromatic orbs on your items, you're gonna change the colors, okay? And it's very important to know that if your item is like this one, energy shield based, it's gonna be more likely to recolor your colors to blue, okay? Armor to red and evasion to green. It's very important to know that if you wanna like get a certain combination. For example, here I would love to have like 1 red and 3 blues. What will I do? Or let's say 2 reds and 2 blues. It's very unlikely to happen. So what I will do, I go to the crafting bench, I say at least 2 reds, and it's gonna be like 80%, it's gonna be 2 blue, 2 reds. Okay, so with that said, that was it. That was the 10th tip or stuff that for me is very important to know, okay? If you like this video, if you say, oh man, there was some stuff that I didn't know, please comment, don't forget about it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, my friends. If you want to see more in the future, let me know, okay? So that I make some more videos like that. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, nice night. Have a nice journey, Exile, and see you next time. Bye bye, my friends.